I'm feeling like an anchor at the TV right now. So, Roberto, first thing here we have for us, how well do we know each companies, how much our history touches each other throughout these last 20 years?
Yes, no, yeah. We started in 1999. And at the same time, we met Fabrício Blois, that today is the CEO of Prozis, right? And we were trying together because we started TakeNet, that was the first name of Blip, and he was starting Go App.
Yeah.
And the idea was to build the first mobile internet companies in Latin America or Brazil. So since that, we always met in a lot of events like LTF and other ones, and we keep following what he was doing. It was amazing what he built, especially what happened with iFood. Yeah. So I think I know a lot of things about iFood.
I'm going to tell you behind the scenes what we talk about you and Blip. So,
okay.
What Fabrício, I mean, I working with Fabrício for almost 10 years. And generally when we say, okay, we're going here and there to that conference, he always say, okay, there are some guys that you should know, that you should talk. They are for me what I call, and Fabrício saying, tech gurus in Brazil.
Wow.
And you were one of them. Wow. So last year when we met at the Brazil Silicon Valley,
nice.
I just remember to calling him, so I just met Roberto for the first time, nice guy, very wise, and he said, I told you. So keep him close. So that's how our story continues to keep touching.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
What's the hardest decision you made in the early days of your business or in your role?
Yes.
How many? Like 1,000? So it's just pick one.
As I said, we need to make hard decisions almost every week. But I did a very hard decision in the beginning of my career, because Blip was not my first company. I started selling mobile phones.
Oh.
Yes, hardware.
Wow.
Retail, yes. And we started the first company in 1997, and we started Blip in 1999. And in some point of the business development, we decided to close the retail stores. And we decided to close in just one day. It was the hardest, but the most important decision that we made, because Blip was starting to take some momentum. It was very small comparing with the retail stores, but it was already showing that it will scale very fast. So we decided to close the retail stores to focus 100% in this new technology business. So it was not easy. It was really hard to close a company in Brazil. And but it paid off, and it was the most important decision probably that we did that time.
Yeah. Well, mine it's a bit different, but it's complementary. Back in 2018, we were the leading company in our space in the food delivery. At that point, it was a pure food delivery company. We were growing well, very well, and we were profitable. Right? Great scenario. Like you were the leader,
perfect.
You grow revenues and you grow your profits. From one day to another, the world started to give free money to everybody. And a lot of competitors come to Brazil with $1 billion in their pockets. And we had like the tough decision to say, how do we react? Right? Of course, we keep innovating, we keep building our business as we believe, but there's part of the strategy that demands reaction. So we took the decision to go from 1 month profitable business, at that point in time, something like $10 million per month EBITDA, to minus $20 million EBITDA per month, from one day to another.
Wow.
And we kept doing this for 2 years. We then showed the competition that fighting with money was not an option. They should fight with business model, competitive advantage, and so on and so forth. And we won that battle at that point in time. But it was tough, right? To go to your shareholder and say, let's go from this to that, was very tough. And make people believe, at that point in time, it was not easy to look to a negative profit, to a loss, and say, oh, that's fine to live with that. But let me tell you one specific thing. Remember, we went from like $10 million positive to minus 20. We could fight back only going to zero. The remaining portion here actually was to build assets to be a better company. So we started to invest on AI back in 2018 with this chunk here being part of the investment. So we acquired, for example, a company from Belo Horizonte, Requima.
Yeah, with like very good friends.
A bunch of great guys, very clever. They're still like 95% of them still at iFood. They were the breeding seeds of our AI models currently that we have, more than 150 models that we have. And we did with that. I mean, if we fought only on the picture of the income statement, we would now start in this and not back in 2018. If you weren't in tech, what would you be doing? It's hard to imagine.
Yes, no, I think, despite the fact that I'm an engineer, and I like a lot philosophy, and I think probably I would be a teacher, a philosopher teacher, something like that.
That's amazing. Much better than my answer. But anyway, I am gonna tell. I would be in the government working for Brazil.
Nice.
Yeah, that's something that I dream. I decided not to do in the beginning of my life, but at a certain point I will definitely do. No, it's not about having a party, but it's about like, I mean, we have to fix this, right? We have to help to fix some problems, and I'm really would be doing that.
I think it depends of us. The entrepreneurs, I think, are the most probably people that will really make a difference in Brazil. So really nice to know that you have this in as your second option.
Let's do it together in a few years.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.